JJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast.
It's your boy, Mr. RTBA, Mr. 214, Senor Dos, Uno Cuatro, Senor Dos, Catorce, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. Lee Boy can't touch me. Hold up. On my worst day, right here with my dog, my brother from another, my partner in crime, my dog. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast, episode number 71. Mr. JJ Solomon, what's popping, my guy?
Oh man, I live for your introductions, dog. Your introductions, bro. They give me life. How are you doing today, dog?
Man, you know I'm doing great in my Tony the Tiger voice. Cause hold up, we got one of them ones tonight, JJ. I think this guy right here, he might got the most episodes on the Spit Bucket Podcast. We got to go back and look at the numbers. He's 17-0. Hold up. With 12 vicious knockouts. Hold up. JJ, when I tell you he one of the rising sensations, from the 214 to across the pond at the 135 limit and beyond, we got Floyd Kid Austin Schofield Jr. He's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
How goes it? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool.
What's poppin', Floyd?
Not much. You should bring a ring announcer. That was pretty
You should back in the days, bro. The people will go see him instead of the kids, man. It's crazy. Hey, but you forgot to mention something, Corey, in our intro. I think he's a recipient of two Golden Bucket Awards already, too.
Prospect.
He got next.
Oh, yeah, he did win that Prospect of the Year 2 years ago. Then he won he got next last on the Spit Bucket Podcast.
Yeah, it was no favoritism at all there. Just letting everybody know I earned it.
Nah, you earned it. Hey, shout out to Coach. We know he driving. He can't get on here in a minute. What's up, Coach?
I stopped driving. I'm right here to talk my shit. Y'all know what's happening, but you got to change that intro. That shit too long. I might be the only one to say, I'm not raw. I'm messing with you. I can fuck with you. I miss y'all.
Straight up, Coach. It's been a minute, though, Coach.
How you like Shakur fight? Let's jump right into it.
Hold on. Let's get these. Yeah. Go ahead.
But can we? But before we get to Shakur, we want to talk to Floyd, right? We got to talk to Floyd. We'll get to Shakur in a minute. First off, Floyd. JJ, I know we want to talk about his last fight and that eye injury, right? Floyd Kid Austin Schofield Jr., how has the rehab and healing been on that nasty cut you took in your last fight?
Oh, it was good. Oh, God, y'all gonna show it up close.
Yeah, I had to open it up with that, so get it out of people's mind by the end of it, bro.
It's good. It healed up in a month maybe, and I was back. It didn't take the one on my cheekbone took a while, took longer, but the one right here, it was about a month before I could start training back. It was nothing.
Were you benched? Were you on the bench, or were you staying busy when you were when you were healing up?
I was on the bench for a month. Then I started getting. I let it close before I started sweating again. So I didn't start sparring till 2 months after, around sometime in June.
Tight. What about the wisdom teeth? They held up. Are you good to go if you had to sign a fight right now?
Oh yeah, they held up real good. It took about 5 weeks. My mouth was hurting like crazy, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, just real, like I said, we want to touch a little bit on the last fight. We want to touch a little bit on your future. And then obviously there is a shit ton to talk about in boxing that we want to get to that, hey, like it or not, y'all are right in the middle of a lot of it. But That was an ugly ass fight. That was a dirty ass fight. The Sweato fight. And did you learn anything about yourself, dog? Like, I mean, shit. Obviously, you had already been cut before. You look like a psychopath licking your blood. More blood for this fight. What'd you learn about yourself?
That I can keep my composure. If anything, like no matter what happens in a fight, like I'm always gonna keep my composure and stay a professional at the end of the day and get the job done. I feel like it was only a matter of time before I would have stopped him. Because every time I touched him, he was getting hurt. But he had a dirty move for every time I touched him. So in my head, I was like, he's gonna get disqualified for sure, or I thought I was gonna stop him. But it showed me that I could keep my composure and stay professional at the end of the day.
But I got exclusive for y'all. Bernard Hopkins came into camp with us. And Bernard asked me, he said, what do you want me to train him? I said, teach him all the dirty shit you know. But let me tell you, Bernard thought I was bullshitting. So I guess they left. He didn't take offense to it. They left. They thought I was bugging. And then this fight came out. Then they looked at me like, and I'm like, all right. That's what I was telling y'all. Because these opponents, like when they gave us that dude, we knew they just wanted to test Floyd. They wanted to see if he rugged, if he going to endure straight through. And he did his job. But let me give it back to him so y'all can finish your question.
So speaking of that cut, we know you took one on the jaw, but that didn't really do nothing to affect you seeing and having your visuals. I'm not sure if it did or not, but I know the one over your eye. That's when we seen the blood pouring down. Now, to go through something like that, when you've seen other fighters go through that, tell me what type of feeling that was, knowing that you got blood going through your eye and you got these so many rounds left and you still got to fight.
That's an unfair question.
Nah, I got an answer for that. I've been trying to tell
How was it unfair, Coach?
How was the bloody vision?
He was born like that. Y'all already know.
No, Coach. He could be born like that all day long, but you got to go through it to get to it. And we seen him get cut right here, but a real fighter, they show who they really are when they get a cut right here and that blood is just pouring in your eyes. He showed everybody from the 214 to across the pond that night who he really was.
Well, I want to say all that, but during training, sparring, you get sweat in your eye, anything. My dad always tells me just like, if you get blood in your eye in the fight. So I think that's where it stemmed from. Me already being mentally prepared for when blood gets in my eye, just try to use my other eye, or you got to fight blind. At the end of the day, you can't stop fighting because you got blood in your eye. The ref don't wipe your eyes. I mean, it is what it is. And I told y'all, when I get in that ring, I'll be crazy.
You are crazy, dog.
I don't care about no blood. It just makes me want to fight harder. But I will say after the fight, that's when it hit me like, damn, bro, I should have kept my hands up or something. That's when it started hurting.
So that's what I was gonna ask you. All right, if you look at damn near all of your critique, the critique that I see all the time about you, and shit, I see with my own two eyes too. Let's remember, you're 21 years old, you're still developing. But the critique is not a bad critique. It's an aggressive critique. It's the exact opposite of we've been seeing all online for Shakur this week. You jump in with your head. I saw you on the Porterway podcast say, I probably shouldn't have been doing that. I know I shouldn't have been doing that, but the blood changed the fight around. Talk about that a little bit. Do you see that about yourself, leading in with your head a little bit too much, where that could be a problem at the next level?
I feel like me personally,
you don't jump in with your head.
Well, that's what I was getting to. Like, if you go back and watch the fight, I wasn't jumping in. So when I stepped in and clashed heads, I was stepping in off of a switch, and his head was still in the center. So as I was switching, I was gonna pivot, but we crashed heads. So everybody thinks like they not looking before that. They trying to say, oh, he just jumps in, wow. But I mean, you got blood in your eye, and you can't really see. The guy can't take a punch, so you got to go for the Hail Mary. Otherwise, he got those long arms. He was just gonna keep, trying to keep distance. That's what he wanted. He wanted to keep his distance. So, either it was, I keep letting him touch me, or I got to go for that Hail Mary because I know he can't take my power. So I feel like people were just looking at that. And if you look at my fight before in Houston, fight before.
No. If y'all look at that fight after he cut his eye, cut off the commentators, because the commentators can make y'all believe that shit. Because the commentators turn off the commentators and watch that fight. That boy picked a crazy fight. Even legends have never been cut like that in the first round and pitched to shut out the rest of it, doing their thing where this person had to cheat like that. So I think people
Let me ask you something, Coach.
because it's
Do
the
you
same.
think it's
Huh?
Do you think it's because he has such a ferocious style to where he really in there trying to put you, you know, on the side where you can look up to the sun? Is where people say he jumps in with his head. Is because he's a fighter who really trying to get you out of there.
I mean, that they say people just say he jumped in because of head because there was is the commentator saying that bullshit. First time Floyd got cut, y'all know the dude swung his head cheating on Floyd. When he stepped in, this time Floyd missed the punch, and the guy kept his head on the line and brought it forward, and they clashed. It happened. Accidents happen. And he's learning off of these switches. Sometimes I told him to keep his hands up. If you keep your hands up, you won't run into nobody goddamn head. But he young. But nah, hell no, he don't jump in. People gotta watch his fights. The boy got more skill in a little bit. But
all I gotta say, the fans ain't complaining. That's all that matter.
Right.
No, 100%, dog. And salute to you, dog. We saw Tim Tszyu lose his straps because he got cut, and then to exactly what you just said about Homeboy's long arms. Fedor kept his ass off for the rest of the fight, and Tim Tszyu should have turned it up a little bit more. He wouldn't have lost that damn strap. Corey, that's all I had on the Sweato fight. I don't know if you had any follow up on that.
No, I don't. I wanted to get into this right here, right? Because we know Floyd Kid Austin Schofield Jr. is ranked number 2 in the WBA, ranked number 13th in the IBF. But when it comes to the WBC and WBO, I see you not ranked. You 17-0 with 12 knockouts. You have been putting on performances going up against these tough opponents. What is going on with the WBC and the WBO, you think?
What's it for me?
Oh, I can't answer that, brother.
It might be politics. They might not want us to run into Shakur. Now let me stop playing. I don't know.
Hey, my dad had that thing with Devin in him.
Nah, you're right, man. Why don't y'all be putting out the old footage? Right now, y'all should be telling me, yo, you was right, coach, to the T. Even to Devin thing, even the Shakur thing. Y'all should get back some of that footage that we.
I got a lot of notes.
No,
we're gonna get
you.
right.
I mean, Coach, you've been in boxing a long time. I mean, you got an eye for the tiger when it comes to boxing. I mean,
yeah, but let me talk about that Shakur thing because everybody beating Shakur ass up. They ripping Shakur new asshole. You already know that. But I gotta say this, and y'all already know I'm quick to call Shakur out. I'm quick to call Shakur out. Shakur is one of our favorite fighters. Y'all know that from the first interview.
Not mine no more till I fight him. Probably my dad's, but nah, not me.
He said not his until you fight him, because I guess he told his daddy suck his dick. That's what Shakur said to me on.
Oh shit.
So it's like a personal fade that they
damn, Shakur said that.
But the thing is, Shakur is a talented fighter, man. But it's the right partners. I believe Shakur ass was sabotaged. I'm dead ass serious. I believe he was sabotaged because he don't make the fight. So somebody put that lousy ass dance partner in to bore the shit out of that fight. And that's why I was trying to get Kid to fight Shakur. Somebody like a pit bull or a Kid will be an exciting fight because Shakur got the skill to try to keep them off, and it will be exciting. But if Shakur gets somebody that box or somebody that can't cut off the ring, that is going to be the most boring fight. And that's what I tried to tell him. Okay, there you go.
But you got to, I agree with my dad to a point, but it's still like, that dude is not on his level. You got to show he's not on your level. And I feel like that's what fans was more upset about. You was talking, I'm going to stop him. If you would have been like, I'm going to give him a boxing lesson, people would have been like, okay. But you saying the fact you going to knock him out, stop him, walk all over him, do something Frank Martin couldn't.
Hold on. But now I disagree with that because he got to sell a fight. Everybody got to, you got to sell a fight. Even if your intentions was to put on them gym shoes, you got to still say, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out. It's going to be better than my last one because he know he about to be a free agent and got to be his own promoter. So I can see the angle from that. But it's the spot, man, they picking the wrong opponents for him for a reason. They didn't want Shakur.
I thought Shakur did a tremendous job from the last fight, Coach. I mean, this guy threw 466 punches. He landed 170. That ain't putting in work.
I'm saying, like, yes, he's a talented fighter. He got skill, but you
Top
gotta.
rank gave that to Shakur. Shakur
But
didn't pick
I
that.
get that, but you gotta step on the gas. Like, you can't blame it on the guy you fighting. Like, you can't do that. Like, if you would have made the effort to look like you was going to get the knockout, but dude was just a tough guy, you couldn't stop him. Okay, but not letting your hands go when you obviously better than a guy.
You sound like everybody else.
No, I'm saying
No, and
he was clean shots, but it's like you should at least put him down or like he could. I'm just saying Shakur could apply more pressure to the point where fans would have been satisfied. That's all I'm
so
saying.
you don't think it was knockout or bust, like stoppage or bust. You just wanted to see more, even if it was a decision.
There's more. That's it. That's all the fans are saying. He just got to let his hands go. You're not known for being a knockout puncher, okay, but to not let your hands go when you clearly levels above the guy, there's no excuse for that.
So look,
And
what you
I don't
just,
think.
no, go ahead, finish. Go ahead, man. My bad. Sometimes the phone makes it sound like y'all stop talking. That's why we've been like almost cutting y'all off.
No, I just like he's obviously levels above the guy. Shouldn't have been no excuse why he couldn't at least stepped on the gas a bit. He's not known for being a power puncher. That's cool, but you know, it's no excuse to not letting your hands go when you're better than the dude.
All right. Well, look, I got a response to that, and for both of y'all. And what do you have to say to this? Right? Listen, there's so many levels to boxing. There's power punching. There's footwork. There's head movement. There's Pernell Whitaker who done there's all sorts of different shit. And me and Corey were talking about this. It's our job as boxing fans to set those expectations. Kid, when I'm watching you fight, I'm 1,000% expecting a knockout. But when I watch Shakur fight, I'm not expecting a knockout. When I watch Devin Haney fight, I'm not expecting a knockout. But that don't mean I don't like watching them fight. So I almost feel like the fans need to set their proper expectations because, like Corey said, and Corey's been very critical of Shakur. Me, not so much. But what more can you ask for from a dominant, unanimous decision performance? I get what y'all are saying, but he's got 10 knockouts. So don't you think at some point we need to adjust our expectations to, all right, Shakur ain't gonna get the knockout. When we watch Shakur, we watch to see boxing. That's why if you fight somebody like y'all, if he fights a Tank, if he fights a Pitbull or a Zepeda that will press him, I believe y'all will look better and he will look better. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
That's exactly what my dad was saying.
My thing is there's sciences to boxing, and there's also some law sciences to boxing. And I believe people should appreciate Shakur more because as a defensive style of fighter, he is one of the best. And the people really didn't want to see so much knockouts. If they wanted to see somebody like a Willie Pep, somebody who could win a round without throwing a punch, that's what they witnessing. They witnessing somebody who could stand right in front of a person and make them miss. So it's an art form that could be appreciated, but it's not usually appreciated by the casual fan. The casual fan want Mike Tyson knock the head off, blood, this. So I think that people should change their perspective and actually see the artist that Shakur is. He's a different style of artist than a Kid Austin or Mike Tyson or Ali. This is something new in its own element. But he needs the right partner for him to really show how great he is on these counter punches and his defense up close. What you think?
I agree with that because defensively, Shakur is probably one of the best today. And like that's just, you know, anybody with two eyes can see that. So I feel like as of today, Shakur is probably one of the best defensive fighters. Just me personally, like if I'm watching, like I'm not a fighter, I'm watching as a fan. Yes, I like it. It's cool to watch someone, you know, stand in the pocket, touch. But I mean, we know you can do that. I feel like people just want to see him step up on the gas a little bit, you know, let your hands go a little bit more. Who knows? Maybe Shakur got some power. He just needs to throw some combinations, mix some combinations up.
I know the solution for Shakur.
Oh, look, speaking of power, Coach, let me ask you this question. Speaking of power, I'm glad he brought that up, right? Because I was very quick. No. Speaking of power, you know, I missed out on that bullshit, so I got to address the bullshit. So speaking of power, right, I was one of them guys who was very critical of Shakur in his last fight. Not knowing the full circumstances, but just disappointed, you know, in the performance he put on in the spotlight, right? where he didn't throw no punches. Now, I want to ask you as a coach, right? Because I seen Shakur walk this dude down. I seen this guy circle around the ring. You're not going to be able to circle around the ring and beat Shakur. If Shakur don't hit hard, as everybody say he does, why did this guy was circling around the ring when Shakur was stepping to him? When we know if you're going to beat a Shakur Stevenson, you're going to have to step to him and rough him up. Why was this guy running if Shakur don't hit that hard?
Oh, that was the question?
Yeah.
Who said that you can't move around Shakur and beat Shakur? That was in my opinion. That's your shit. But I hear your question, but I never said that shit. I'm not agreeing to that. You can move around Shakur and beat
No, I'm talking about Shakur power.
Why was
I'm saying they say he don't. No, I ain't talking about coach. Listen, I'm asking you a question.
I was being
I'm
fair.
talking about power. People say Shakur don't hit that hard. If he don't hit that hard, why was dude running around the ring? Why was he circling?
That question. I'm not that guy. I know why that guy ran around the ring. But number one, look at that guy. Look at who he is. Was he not
He a
supposed
bronze
to?
medalist.
I mean,
He
that
a
guy.
bronze medalist, coach.
Huh?
He a bronze medalist in the same class as Shakur Stevenson. Shakur won the
So
silver. He won the bronze medalist.
decorated loser. He's a decorated third place guy.
Decorated loser.
And this is a world champion. So you don't think he's supposed to be doing whatever? Either way, I believe Shakur was sabotaged. They wanted somebody to make him look bad in all this. And I know y'all say Shakur should step up. They know that ain't Shakur's style. They know that ain't Shakur's style. They know Shakur got knocked out. This is promoter. So you got to look back to where's it coming from? Who put that guy in the ring? Who checked off on that guy? Because then you might start tracking the money and why they are sabotaging. Because some way it is. Somewhere is some form of sabotage there. Because I would have never put him in the ring to let him go off like that, even as a promoter.
Well,
with that level guy.
Well, look, yeah, and I get that. I've heard Floyd. He's told us plenty of times that Shakur is the only guy that's ever made him think in while sparring. He says the only guy that's ever made me think. So my question to that is like, how does that affect a fight? Like, I know this was just sparring, but does it slow you down? Does it make for an ugly fight when you're in there trying to think too much instead of just working on reaction? And is that something we're seeing? Is that kind of part of Shakur's artwork and making you think?
See, the difference with us though is he got both stances. So Shakur's style can't work on us. Like none of these guys' styles could work on us because you can't practice with nobody to emulate what we do with that much power on both stances that could switch up and knock you out without even sitting on his power. So what sparring partner you could get for that? Terrence Crawford? Terrence Crawford getting old. So, he's not going to be switching as much and moving as much for 12 rounds. So Shakur couldn't beat us even if he tried. And that's no offense to mind you, Floyd studied Shakur since Floyd was 9 years old. He studied how to beat him. It ain't like somebody that's coming to me saying I could beat him. This is somebody who his goal was, this is my idol, I'm going to beat him. He studied every floor Shakur made since a kid. So come on now, it's different for us because this was his goal since he was a kid when Shakur was taking pictures with him. Every tournament, Shakur would come take a picture with Floyd. So it's different for us, but nobody else out there, I think, will really beat. I think Tank might now because Tank is having the confidence where Shakur having the confidence. And that hesitation, I think, will get Shakur knocked out. But on skill-wise, if he could muster up his courage, I believe Shakur could win. And I got a solution for him. Floyd demonstrated that same shit. I had to get Floyd hypnotized for damn near a year. I'm dead ass serious. No, that ain't no laugh. I really had to pay to get it because it's the subconscious. It ain't his conscious. It's the subconscious pulling him out of danger. So that's what's happening.
I feel you on that.
He's fighting his own mind in there because he want to do this, but his body said, no, granddad told me to protect. So he got hypnotized and get that subconscious part taken out of it to become an animal. He can't become an animal now.
You said granddad taught him to protect. Hold on.
Listen, this morning, I swear to you, I was just chilling at the crib and I was like, it looks like Shakur got the yips. And that's a baseball term. whenever you're like in your own head and you trying to throw a strike and you cannot throw the ball over the plate or whatever the case, you can't catch a motherfucker. Somewhere along the line, Shakur, I don't know if it was in sparring, I don't know if it was against Edwin, but he looks a little bit different, like something going on. Have you seen something? Have you heard anything where something changed in Shakur's mind subconsciously?
I've been said it in multiple interviews. I said Shakur is mentally weak up here. And he's not weak because he's a soft person. He's weak because he want to take the risk. He want to impress the fans, but his style saying no, hit and not get hit. And that's the science of boxing. Hit and not get hit. It ain't to impress the crowd. Y'all watching a genius at work.
I agree.
The crowd is the ones that's like, give it to us, give it to us, give it to us, because the crowd is the one that's toxic. The crowd now, we want war, we want this, we want that, we want knockouts. We don't want the art form. So I'm not, I don't want to big up Shakur too much, but he's a genius in there.
Do y'all think he deserves? Y'all think he deserves the smoke he's catching on social media right now? Both of y'all.
Yes. I believe he deserves everything because everything you go through strengthens you and make you a different person. He has to go through this experience to get to the next phase of himself. He's not the 34-year-old version, but I bet you this experience will make him not want to put on that performance no more. So he has to go through his walk. I don't know why these youngins don't believe they're going to go through challenges to develop their character. And I think we need somebody sitting there and say, youngin, go through it. This made him more famous than him winning, knocking him out with him.
No shit, that's a fact.
Everybody talking about him. Count your blessings and knowing God blessed you. Now you got a stage to perform again. Why? Because people want to see if that shit gonna be boring again after you got a new ass torn up. Count your blessings. That's Ching.
What about
Kid Austin? Kid Austin. Now I got to go back. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh shit, we lost y'all. And we're gonna get to these comments. I promise, guys. The boxing and barbecues on. What would Kid Austin?
Boxing and barbecue.
Yeah, we'll get that question here in a bit. Jams, salute to Jams Boxing chat. Hey, Corey, you always salute across the pond. Jams, one of the real ones.
Shout out to Jams Boxing chat in the building from across the pond.
Mike Ramirez on. You guys good? Y'all want us to take a quick commercial break? Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
No, we here. Nah, we here.
The camera's on.
You can't see your face. Oh, there you go. Right. There you go. What was you gonna ask them, Jay?
No, I was saying Kid Austin. I want to hear him answer that. Do you think Shakur deserves the heat? I don't know how much of it you see, because I know you try to stay away from the shit. Do you think he deserves what you've seen him get so far?
I ain't really seen a lot, but
shit.
I mean, I ain't been really keeping up with it, but he should stay off Twitter. I mean, all it's showing is that, no offense, but all it's showing is that he's a, like I've been said.
Politically correct. Man.
Don't say the word. You're gonna say Tinder. You're gonna say Tinder.
I see how you going around.
Nah, just like it's showing you
politically correct.
You're too touchy. That's just politically correct.
You think it's so? What you saying? You think? Hold up, coach. Hold up. Floyd Jr.
I'm just saying.
Floyd Jr. So you think he's a little sensitive?
In a way.
No, that ain't what he said. He said
no,
touchy.
Because you can't say it in any other type. I'm just saying.
Correct. He's not sensitive.
I'm saying
that's offensive to a man. Sensitive.
No. Look, coach. Everybody gets sensitive once in a while, coach. Come on now. We human. Everybody gets sensitive.
Me personally, I'm just saying I wouldn't be on Twitter throwing fits, arguing with fans.
That ain't sensitive though.
What do you call that?
It ain't sensitive. He care about his brand. He care about his image. He care about him. That might be self-love. That ain't sensitive.
Yeah, but coach, you can't beat up the whole world. You can't the internet is undefeated.
You can't fight everybody. And you on Twitter just showing everybody that it affects you. If it didn't affect you, if you wasn't bothered by it, you wouldn't even be entertaining it. If that's your brand, you would have, gave the fans a more entertaining fight.
I'm saying that change our word. That man ain't sensitive. That is an offensive word.
So what you want me to say? He get emotional?
Yo, I would say we don't judge him. I would say let's not say
Coach, it's easy not to judge. It's easy not to judge. Listen, Shakur is winning. Like people can say what they want to say about him. They can call him sensitive. He do get sensitive, but he's winning still. This guy
I
is still winning. So people can say what they want to say, but it's the truth. He do be on Twitter a lot. Kid Austin ain't lying like that. Why you think he wrote Twitter son on the back of his shorts, coach?
That was
I would say the reason he's doing that because maybe his promotion company not promoting him, and he got to feed his kids. Maybe he know they trying to sabotage him, so he go to the only outlet he could pop shit where people will look enough to keep his name relevant, or otherwise he would have been buried. So I say, as a man that we watch and go through it, let's stand there and hold it back just a little bit, because the whole world is kicking him. We don't have to kick right along with
Oh
them.
no, I ain't kicking Shakur. I thought that was a great performance he put on. I gave him full credit, but let's get back to Kid though. Kid Austin, I want to talk about you because I didn't know this until your daddy stated it earlier. So it's like all like you say, all the friendship shit right now is out the door. You know, he said SMD to your daddy, he got the stand on there, right?
huh? What?
Shakur. Like I didn't know that he said that to your daddy.
Oh
SMD.
yeah, it was in the DMs, and I guess he was just in his feelings because my dad was trying to promote the fight and whatnot. So it's not necessarily nothing crazy, but like when we fight, like we fight, and like I don't look at him as like a friend or an idol. Like yeah, you're a great fighter and all, but as I'm getting older, it's no friends in this boxing. You know, I'm starting to see other people in the same division try to get close so they don't gotta fight each other. That's not cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if we was cool in the past, we talked, we should be able to uh put money in each other's pockets, feed each other's families. You know, at the end of that's real friendship. I'm not just gonna cherry pick around you because we cool. But
Well, I got something that's really gonna piss you off. Yeah, he said that about your dad, but he had the nerve to say I was a Kid Austin cheerleader. Does that piss you off? Yeah, he talking shit to me. He told me I was a Kid Austin cheerleader. I
he
wasn't
didn't
even
even tell
saying
you, brother.
I
You better
wasn't
Hey,
Hey, what
I
you gotta say about that,
but
Dad? What you gotta say about that, Coach? So he not sensitive, Coach? He called JJ a Floyd Kid Austin cheerleader.
and I
what
wasn't even talking
on
no,
his
shit to him.
I wouldn't pick the word sensitive. I'm not saying that, guys just have egos. I could say he
Yeah,
has
okay, yeah. That's
I
good.
could
I like
I,
that.
I
I
could say
like that.
very flamboyant ego, like how he's expressing meeting people on the street and having his stick. And I believe, it is sometimes a person's pride and their ego could get hurt, and men want to do things. Men start wars because of their pride and ego.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call him
Oh.
sensitive. I would just say he might be young, and youngness will make him start like that, opposed to just sit back and
Can
relax.
I let me ask you a question, Coach? Because they said, a lot of people saying this. I didn't personally say it, but I can see why they saying it. That him and his granddad was going back and forth a little too much. They say Shakur wasn't listening. Do you look at it like that? Because I don't think I did. Because do you look at it like that first?
Anytime you arguing or talking back in your corner, then something's wrong. Something
I
wrong there
agree.
because that ain't
I didn't
supposed
like
to
that.
happen. It's your granddad, dad. If you relied on these people to be your strategists in your corner, when you come to the corner, you got to be open to hear what they said, or why you even brought them to the ring with you as your strategist. Those are your eyes on the outside. The boxer's supposed to want to see or know what the coach has seen on the outside so they can prepare and make the adjustments for the next round. So I don't know what was happening there. Like I said, the subconscious though. Well, you might want to throw a goddamn punch. You know how it is sometimes. You know you ain't supposed to be smoking, but when that body say, "Yo, you know you need that blunt," you right. You actually tell yourself, "I ain't even supposed to be smoking this shit," but you smoking it. That's how subconscious is. He want to fight, but his mind like, "No, nigga, what the fuck wrong with this?" He having a war. Why he having a war? So I like Shakur. I hope he do better, but he need a good small partner. And that kid, goddamn Keyshawn, That why y'all not talking about him?
Oh, no, that's what I wanted to get to next. Go back to Kid Austin. Because that's what I wanted to get to next. Kid
Hey,
Austin.
real quick, before we
Now,
transition, I want to get to Barbecue's question because he's a fellow San Antonio guy like you, and he said, "What would you have done on the ESPN card if that was you instead of Shakur against Artem? Would that have been a finish? Do you think you can take out somebody like Artem? I have a feeling I know what Pops is going to say. How do you think that would have looked like?
Just give me Artem next and y'all see. I mean, me personally, like I said in my post interview, for like the past 3 fights, I'm always there to get the fans a good show. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they the ones who pay, who put money in your pockets, you know. So I'm just there to give the fans a good show. And I just like fighting in general. So you will never see me. If you see me, not, you know, being a jerk just record, but if you see me having a fight like that, there must have been something great about that guy to like where I was hesitant to be like, nah, you
No,
know
we're
what?
not manifesting that.
No, but I'm
That
just
wouldn't
saying that would
happen.
never happen. But like,
so let's get to this right here, right? Because I like what you said earlier, right? I really respect that because it bothers me, Kid Austin Jr. When you hear these guys like Keyshawn Davis say, "Oh, Shakur, my brother, I'll never fight him." Well, if he's your brother, why do you got DB3? Should it be DB4 on your shirt? Like, what's your thoughts? And that's what I don't like about Shakur either, and them saying that they won't fight each other. But let's get to Keyshawn Davis because your dad was very vocal about how, like how he wants that guy. Well, what's popping, Kid Austin?
Keyshawn, he got his little antics and whatnot. I don't see no Keyshawn is not a threat. I did the fight. It was more like I feel like it was the most exciting fight on the card, only because it had like all that wrestling and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
All that wrestling.
yeah, that's pretty much all the fight was. But if
Hungry, man.
fight, yeah, Keyshawn kept his composure to somewhat, but he's another fighter who's mentally weak. Every time he get hit with a shot, he got to rub his forearm in somebody's face. I'm not lying. You ain't never seen me put my forearm in nobody's face because he punched me in my mouth. He punched me in my mouth. I got to get it back. But don't ever, y'all don't ever. No, I'm just saying don't
correct.
ever. Like I will say, Keyshawn, he do got some talent, but he's not like that. He's not like that, and it's gonna take a fighter. They're gonna expose Keyshawn.
Do you? I mean, Coach? We saw you. Listen, since the day we met, it damn near seems like Keyshawn has been the conversation. And then we had to take a little break from him because you guys said that both promoters are saying just hold off on it. And then I seen that video you made this last week where you just came out and blasted him. So has anything changed? I mean, can we see that fight?
Hell no, Keyshawn ain't fighting us, y'all.
Shit.
Come on now. Do you think come on now? Imagine you manage Keyshawn and promote him. Keyshawn hit that man with everything but the kitchen sink and didn't even black that guy out. Did the guy even have a black eye? Do y'all think
Yeah, because he had a beard.
with somebody that lick his blood and still coming and gonna bang? Hell no. Keyshawn ain't fighting us. That's why he going to 140. So that, I mean, the other person they talking about is this Mason guy. Y'all know y'all got little Mason on the radar. Congrats to Mason. We've been watching Mason since he was a kid. I was promoting Mason on our page before anybody was, before Shakur even was talking about Mason. We done shared the ring with the Mason brothers. We run into them every fight. When we was in there with Devin, Masons and them was there. With every camp damn near, Masons and them there with us. So our relationship with the Mason brothers, when we see each other, we all dap up and give a hug and say, because we know we made it from the amateurs. Like
that's tight, man.
We made it. So I think our vibe with the Masons is different from what everybody trying to put them two together because they talented. They should be talented. They was in the same camps together. They were Tank and all of them. So it's like, you see it too. The only thing is, and I'm gonna keep it real, Masons can't fuck with us
At all.
at all. And
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt people, and that's no disrespect. I believe Mason and Floyd going to be an epic fight. It might generate $50 million each for them. I'm not going to give that fight away because I know he's talented, but I know he can't fuck with us.
So
How many times y'all shared the ring and sparring?
We shared the ring, I believe, one round with him because we had to spar his brother. We sparred Devin. We sparred like 3 different people. So by the time they put Mason in,
I sparred 3 rounds with him.
No, Floyd said he did 3 rounds with him.
Like,
but Mason said you did 1 right now.
Of course, he's supposed to say that. I did like 5 with one person, 3 with him, and 1 with somebody else. I think it was his brother. I spanked his brother in the amateur in the Eastern Regionals.
No, spank is a bad word. You have to say that. He won.
Y'all look good, bro. Don't worry. Don't worry about shit like that. You got Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson going crazy on Twitter right now. You can say spank. I promise. It's fine.
And I'm trying to teach him to be politically correct and humble.
I got you. I feel you.
So we didn't spank him. Just the Mason style of fighting. What we do ain't nothing to ours because
he'd also say what we do to him. I heard him say what we do to him. What y'all do to him? He just asked you that, coach.
You know, let me give y'all this. Mason sit on his back leg. He's a counterpuncher. He'll throw his jab. He either wants you to jump into his power or he wants the body. But his wide stance make him a sitting duck for us because we move too fast. We got both angles. He would cut off before he could even regroup because he got his legs locked out. And he can't even, he could go try to improve that. We'll still fuck him up. He too wild and shit like that. And yo, Mason, yeah, Floyd said Mason been
What's that, Floyd?
Yo, we not doing that though. We ain't gonna shit on Mason like that. All I'm saying when it come to us, can't fuck with us. But
don't you think it's disrespectful, coach?
Let's hear
this dude fight. Go ahead. Go ahead, kid. Go ahead, kid.
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
Nah, he gave the phone to me.
No, I was gonna say, don't you think it's disrespectful though? Like we see the talent in him, but I see flaws, and I ain't saying the talent ain't there, but it's disrespectful for them to be mentioning this 8-round fight a guy with a guy like you, who ranked as high as you is in the organization.
I don't think it's
I'll say it's just levels to it. Mason, he passed the eye test, so the casual fan will be like, you know, a fight with him and Kid Austin would be good. Me personally, I just feel like I'm levels above him because. Yeah, he's a great fighter and all, but
he hasn't been tested.
He hasn't been tested, and like I said, it's on YouTube. He's got hit on his chin. He's dropped before. It's like I feel like he still has more. He's still a prospect, and at this point, I'm a contender.
Right, because you're number 2.
If he gets up to that point where he right behind me, yes, the fight's there. I love to have a fight. Show everybody what we do, but until then, I feel like he hasn't earned a spot in the ring with me.
That's why I say it's disrespectful.
I would say but like we sparred before, we've done other stuff. It's just we know him personally, and we know he don't got nothing to bring. He fight the same since we last sparred. He fight the exact same.
Nothing changed about his style.
Like, and I'm 5 rounds in already, tired in Nevada, and still was doing my thing in the sparring. So I just know it'll be a different story. With 8-ounce gloves on.
Yeah, he ain't dealing with that.
And he
Let me ask y'all this, because I will say, all right, when y'all posted this tweet, not everyone can be exciting like us. We come to fight. I don't know if you noticed this, Pops, but it was overwhelmingly Abdullah Mason responses. Abdullah Mason. And
that's because
follow me here, all right? Follow me here. I think you and Abdullah, based on what we've seen, man, is a future, like you said, that's an enormous fight. But follow me, because I couldn't come up on Twitter and say this because then people would be like, there y'all go being Kid Austin cheerleaders. It don't make – there's a lot of other fights. Is getting the belt y'all's number 1 priority right now, getting a belt? I'm asking you this because what people are going to say is they're ducking Abdullah. And I can't be the guy to say, no, they're not. That's what I'm telling you.
No, pardon me. I said, nigga, pardon me. No, they ain't saying that shit. I ain't even putting that in the matter. Universe, and I give a fuck what they say, truthfully. That ain't no cocky shit. I give a fuck what they say. I already spoke, and so shall it be. I already said we'll knock Mason out if Mason fought us. Now, if Mason company want to come with some millions and we sit and talk, we could have that fight. But if they not coming with no bag or nothing, why even compensate that? We already been in there with him. He couldn't deal with us then. We've been beating their style since a kid. What the fuck did he do with us with 8-ounce gloves? Floyd would stop him. Easy. His chin stay up. He tried to do that weak ass blocking, walking. We ain't no cab drivers. We gonna break fucking arms when nigga. What you think we got A for a fucking head? You got your fucking bone right there looking at us. We gonna break that fucking arm. So I ain't worried about him. My son is different. Y'all already see how he get cut and don't give a fuck. When we break any of their jaws, any of them, Him, Keyshawn, Shakur, all of them won't know what the fuck to do. They not built for fighting. They never dealt with that. They never had a broken or bone or nothing. They not fighting to kill in there. So,
No.
so he's just good. The reason Abdullah is being spoken about is because he's in the camp where everybody else can't fucking punch. So they put some boy, and he's looking so much better because these motherfuckers are boring. But bring his ass over there to Golden Boy where we fighting like motherfuckers, where we fighting over there, and see if he has the same outcome when he got to earn his check. We have to earn ours. That bullshit hit the champion going in there, no shitting on Shakur, but look who the fuck he was fighting. You think any of them, look who Abdullah was fighting. Look who Keyshawn was fighting. Y'all look at their box records, not their just record. Look, they not fighting nobody. So they not fucking with us because we coming in to fuck them up.
That's all. And I want to be ahead of this because I have a feeling that's coming. Y'all aren't gonna avoid Abdullah. I can't be the one to come in.
Abdullah not even gonna make it to us.
It's gonna happen one day. It's gonna happen one day.
I know. Abdullah owned company gonna sabotage us. They did it with Terrence Crawford. They doing it with Shakur. They're gonna sabotage him. And I'm not gonna say no racist shit, but it is what it is. If y'all don't have eyes to see that anybody that's great out of there, do they really make it out of there and be great, or do they gotta leave that motherfucker like Floyd, like Golden Boy, like Oscar, like everybody else? So Abdullah not making it to us because we not slowing the fuck down. So by the time Abdullah make it, we done been undisputed champion, probably at 147, going for a third undisputed title.
Give it about
Abdullah is over here bullshitting. Not bullshit, but he ain't on our level. I don't care if they pad his shit up to 13, pad his shit up to 14. That nigga, come on now. And it's no
Hey, Coach.
He is a very talented brother. But I ain't
passed the eyeball test.
They don't know business of boxing. Come on, let us fight him.
What, Floyd? How do you feel about a future fight with Abdullah? Do you think it'll happen?
I think it would be a major fight in the future, but like my dad said, he got to leave Top Rank.
Right? How? Top Rank not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's a damn fact. We seen it. We seen them tell everybody to shut up about Keyshawn. So
Abdullah,
hey,
he not know Floyd Mayweather, and if those fighters had to leave Top Rank just to even excel in their career, like I said, I give it about another year. He gonna be on Twitter like Shakur saying that he needs to get out of his contract. And, like my dad said, we don't got time to stop and wait for him. We about to be fighting, hopefully, Zepeda soon for the WBA. So, I feel like...
go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Jay. No, go ahead, Jay.
I had a question for a fan from the UK, James Boxing Chat, salute. But speaking of chasing belts, would you guys consider going overseas to fight Dennis Berinchek for his belt that he just won, the Ukrainian? Has that even come up in conversation? If it does, would y'all be willing to make that type of trip to collect a strap?
No disrespect.
To fight for one?
I don't know who that is.
No disrespect. We're not chasing belts. Floyd could go for a title shot now. He could have went for a title shot months ago after he got the international belt. The WBA international belt, their bylaws say you could call for a title shot whenever you want. So we just been chilling, letting them mature some. So we're not chasing belts. I just wanted to clear up that. And anybody could get it. Why are y'all playing with us? Y'all need to tell those fans, they think we still bluffing. Anybody can get it. We done called out everybody. We done asked everybody to fight us, every champ. So this guy, we don't even know who he is, but if he won it, yes, but Floyd not gonna go for a belt to August next year. It is what it is.
Let me ask you a question, Coach. Let's switch topics a little bit.
Yeah.
And I want, this is for you and Kid Austin, but I want to hear you first, right? Because I can't lie to the public. I got to be 100. Ever since I met you, you have been saying all these things, and they've been coming to fruition, right? So I want to see where your fruition is going to take me when I ask you this question. After, that loss, but he got it back in Devin Haney.
Right.
Will Devin Haney be the same fighter again? Can he bounce back from this, Coach?
Let me first rewind because I don't want people to talk about I'm capping. How many years it was ago that Floyd and Devin had beef in sparring? How long ago was that? Like 3 years, 4 years?
Yep. Yep.
Right before we met y'all.
We was the first ones to say Devin can't take a punch. That Devin chin is like that. And when Devin get hit, what was gonna happen? He gonna be grabbing and holding. We told all of y'all. Because we experienced it and seen it. Devin never was a good fighter like that. And I told you that from day one. He was a YouTube fighter. His dad is brilliant at promoting. His dad is the star. If people not realizing, he took a Paulie Malignaggi and made this guy undisputed champion strategically. If people don't see the brilliance in that, big up, Bill. I appreciate that. But it is what it is. I never lied to y'all about his chin and about that. The reason he's gonna retire is because it's too many killers out there going for his chin. If he go up too big, them guys hitting too hard. If he go down low, these guys are fucking monsters coming. So, he's got to take a break like Floyd Mayweather did when Paul Williams was coming after his ass. So he learned from.
So look, this is fuck it. Like I didn't know if we were gonna get into Ryan or not, but we're bringing up Devin, so we have to bring this up, because it's gonna look like we're ducking smoke because we kick it with Golden Boy and all that shit, and we ain't about that either.
Right.
The Ryan Garcia thing. How do y'all? I want to hear Floyd. I want to hear Kid Austin's response because he's the fighter. He's the one in the ring. He's the one that has to risk his life. You never know if they're juicing up and stuff like this. What are your thoughts on the PED situation? I've got thoughts that piss off both sides, but I want to hear what your thoughts are on Ryan and the drug test. And then the second question I have: do you think it impacted the fight?
I'd say if he cheated, he need to be banned. If he didn't cheat,
no, he was set up.
We can't say he was set up.
I flat out said he was set up. He was set goddamn up. He should have shut his mouth about the leaks. He already know the fucking rule. Now, sorry, I'm an elder, and I'm an elder. And let me tell y'all this. I'm just gonna tell y'all this, and I'm just saying briefly. If you look at Floyd got the all-seeing eye on it and everything else like that. These people prepare people way before it happens. He knows the rules, so because he wasn't prepared, opened his mouth too much, and he's getting spanked, and he need to sit still before what happened after they spank you. You don't shut up, they take you off the board completely. So it is what it is. Those that know. So Ryan was set up. He needed to shut his mouth. They spanked him, and they showed him they could take his career if they wanted to. Now all this other stuff he kicking and screaming. But one thing I do need to say about Ryan ain't no fucking racist. He might have said a dumbass comment, but that motherfucker is not racist. So I made a comment that he not racist. Oh, motherfuckers lost their mind. And I'm going to say it like this. I don't like niggas neither. I do not like motherfucker around me. And I will feel like burying their ass if they done something to me.
I'm going to stick this one out. Oh, shit, never mind. Hold on, wrong button.
If they did anything to my family or whatever, I would want to bury them and dig them the fuck back up. Now, it don't matter what color they are. As a man, if you say it, you say it. It's niggas that ain't only black. There's white niggers. There's Indian niggers. A nigga is a nigga. You know a frame of thought. So come on now. And Ryan, y'all know he got issues. Y'all know that his mama is dying. And that the elite is whipping his ass, freezing his bank accounts. He can't keep a fucking relationship. They even send the Kardashians. You know when they send the Kardashians, it's serious. Allegedly. And they couldn't control his ass.
So you saying they? You're not talking about the boxing politics. When you say they, you talking about some big picture shit, some elite shit, some shit that Ryan's talking about?
I'm talking about the masters. I'm talking about the
whole other conversation shit.
What y'all thought we was free? You really thought they took the check?
Look, Coach, listen. I said we had we had Bernard on, and I asked Bernard. I say, ain't it weird that it's this long, and then they come out with a drug test? Now, Ron cheated. I got to stand on that he cheated, but it was kind of weird for me. It took that long, Coach.
No, he just had to get spanked. So we're not gonna talk about that topic too much, but he had to get spanked. He know there's certain rules. What he seen he was supposed to keep between him and keep it moving, because everything is not a secret. Whether you liked it or not, you could have took your ass on or whatever. But once you start opening your mouth about secret societies and secret movements, then you opening your whole family up to danger. So he knew what he was getting involved with. So he just need to calm the fuck down. Somebody need to, and I think he's scared to go into rehab because he think they're gonna kill him there. So
I'm
maybe
sorry.
it's
No, I'm not laughing. No, I'm not
No,
laughing.
no, I'm just saying.
It's just like you
no.
think they go.
Some examples. Remember when Prince came out and told about chemtrails? Then suddenly he's pacing at Walmart parking lot, scared to death. Then he end up dead. Look, you could track out all the celebrities. So Ryan going through some real shit. That's why I want to leave this topic alone, and I hope he learned from his experience and grow up. He got to grow up.
Do you see
Okay,
him or Devin back in the boxing ring anytime soon? Obviously, Ryan's got to sit out the year, but do you think they got any future left in them? Devin after the beating he took, and Ryan after the everything.
Devin done.
Devin's done.
Devin done. I think after his second knockdown, it should have been stopped, and they could have saved him. You ever fought dogs before? You ever see a
I'm
dog
not
that
gonna answer that question.
my bad. I can't even answer that. But he was curved out. He was curved out, and subconsciously, he's always gonna be looking for that punch that might have knocked me out. His own brain gonna be looking for it because the body is designed to protect itself. So automatically, subconscious, like a Shakur, gonna try to protect itself, which gonna leave him open, Devin.
Well, shit.
So kid, when you said you're gonna be in the ring, when again to the fans around the world?
Hopefully August and then
End of
August.
August, not hopefully.
End of August. Do we have an opponent that y'all sitting in on that you could talk about right now? No.
No, not yet.
Cool. So, kid, the 135-pound division right there, to take over. You know, I hear your dad saying, I'm talking to you, kid. I hear your dad saying August of next year. You number two in the WBA, and we know Tank got that belt, right? So I don't know how true it is if Tank and Lomachenko situation broke down, but if you right there and Tank call you, is we waiting till August of next year, or is we gonna be seeing you fight Tank at the end of this year?
We
Tank
gotta
ain't
see what
gonna
the
call
future
him, and Tank
hold.
only fight once a year.
Coach, I didn't ask you that. Coach. I'm saying if Tank
Tell him.
I just
asks, makes him the call. Look, Coach, I asked him if Tank and his team, it's reportedly
it's just
Lomachenko is at the door. I don't
hypothetical.
know. Yeah, I don't know how true it is, but if you get that phone call and they
Wrong.
say be ready, just say December, January, February, March.
Like I said, Tank said out of his own mouth, I would never get in the ring with that boy. So I don't know what you want me to say. I just told you Tank ain't gonna fight us. Tank is gonna move up. You want me to come up with a hypothetical that's never gonna happen?
But ain't Tank too small to move up? I mean, do you
No,
think
Tank is not too small to move up if picked carefully.
so?
He moved
So he
up from
gonna duck you at
Barrios.
135 and 140.
Didn't he hold a belt at 140 already?
Yeah, but
Didn't he
how
beat
long did he?
Barrios?
How long did he hold that though?
Hold up. I'm just asking yes or no. Did he beat Barrios at
That's
140?
yes, coach. But
Listen, Corey, and look, I don't even like this question, and I'm not hating on you, Corey, and I'm just saying here why I don't like the question. Kid Austin is 21, and I know, and I know, but we're talking about Tank Davis, who just a couple weeks ago, you and I were on here talking about how special he is.
Oh,
Now, for
fuck.
me,
Tank
a
is
coach,
special.
Tank Davis was 20 when he got his opportunity.
yeah, but he didn't get it from a Tank Davis, though.
But
But what I'm saying,
Well,
coach, for y'all, coach, like, are you?
not talking
So when you
about.
say I'm waiting till August of next year, you just
Right.
waiting for Kid Austin to keep growing, right? Development and growing. That's why.
No, who said that shit?
Well, why? Or what's the reason for waiting a whole year?
Everything is politics.
All right. Well, then that.
Tank fight once a year. We probably don't get to fight Tank for 3 more years. Come on, before his team give us an offer. Look at all the other ones. You said WBC, we was ranked 13 or some bullshit. It's a lot of politics. So a lot of people try to protect their money. You got to remember these belts make 6%. So they want to preserve their champion because they keep making 3. They make 3%. something like that, each belt thing. So, they want to save their champions. They're not trying to feed their champions to the young lion before he build up a mass group of people so they can keep getting more than they was making. Why would they dip into their own pockets? It's a business, man. On all levels, it's a business. So that's why I say he got to wait till next year, because next year we're in a position where we got to, they got to give us a shot. We sat for a year in number 2. We worked our way up, and then there's nothing they could say. They got to give us our shot. But Tank is going to come up with an excuse. Watch. He either going to move up, injury, retirement for a bit to spend time with the family. And that ain't no problems with him, but why would you want to take a risk against a tough guy? Why would you want to fight? You got to look at it from his stance. He making $30 million a fight. Why risk brain damage with somebody that's only going to make $1 million or $2 on that fight, or maybe $3 million? So his team ain't going to do that. They're going to give him easy fights, and I don't blame them.
How much more do y'all expect to be busy? I know you got to fight in August. Is that it for 2024? Y'all trying to get in there, squeeze one more out before the close of the year?
November. We got the Mike Tyson, the Netflix thing.
That's right. Shit, we haven't even brought that up. I don't know how y'all doing on time, but is that still the same game plan? I mean, you posted postponed. We've seen a lot of weird ass back and forth. What's going on with that? Is that fight still going to go down, or what can we expect?
All I'm gonna say, he better win that fight and focus on that dude, and he'll get me in November. But yeah,
no, he ain't gonna get us in November. He get the fight.
No, he get the fight. They know what I'm talking about.
No, we gonna clear it up.
Know what I'm talking about.
You gonna spank him?
But he know. He gonna see me in November.
That's what's up, man.
And I'm gonna be right on FaceTime with him, and he gonna delete every single tweet. We're gonna be right there, just deleting every tweet.
Why, after you whip his ass?
Mm-hmm.
He gonna be in
oh shit, that's what's up, man. Well, damn, we're looking forward to that. Well, dog, I just was gonna ask. Y'all have this guy. I don't know if you've seen him yet, man. His name is Mr. Neutral. He's actually a big supporter of y'all's from the UK, and he had a question for y'all. I don't know if he was able to make it, but he said, first one, if y'all would ever go to the UK for a title fight, is that something that y'all would be willing to do one day?
Yeah. Hey, we'll go to UK just for a regular fight. We love UK. Our London fan base is right under New York. It's like our number 3.
That's what's up, man.
Following.
And then the second question we might have answered: if Shakur avoids Zepeda and calls up Floyd, obviously y'all are ready for that right now.
That's what we've been calling for months.
Zepeda, it ain't Zepeda ain't gonna fight Shakur. It ain't Shakur.
You sure ain't. Oscar said that. Oscar said that Zepeda got to get a belt first before he fights Shakur. That's what I heard Oscar say.
So we probably won't get to fight Zepeda for another year. Zepeda probably be the person we fighting for the belt August next year. I don't think they're gonna get him. Nobody get knocked off. I think they're gonna strategically, because he's ranked number 1 in almost everything. We only ranked number 2 to fight Tank. So we went
WBA.
Those are 2 over us. So I don't know. We'll see.
How's Zepeda look to you in the last fight, Coach?
He looked like he looked every other fight.
Y'all know,
like I'm trying to be politically correct. They told me to try to be right and stop calling people garbage. So I ain't gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is hit and not get hit. I trained my son, if he got hit more than 5 times in a round, we having a bad night. You need to fix this. So to take the amount of punches he take, I don't think it's wise for long term. And I know his nose, we would break his nose. He got a big nose and it's been broke before. So we would be sending missiles at that motherfucking nose so hard. Pardon me for my curse. But we
it's all. So y'all, Floyd, Kid Austin, how you feel about Zepeda, man? If the stars line up, first of all, like Mike Ramirez said, can we get that in Texas? I mean, it would only make sense. I'm sure Golden Boy knows what he's doing with that. But how do you feel about Zepeda? If that fight were to fall in your lap right now? I mean, the man is.
Oh, it's popping up here. What'd y'all say?
How you feel about Zepeda?
Zepeda? Like, are we talking about his last fight or just
how you feel if you got that call right now and it fell on your lap? Like, you know, let's measure it. Pretend you're in a media seat. Like, what would you say? Oh shit, Kid Austin needs to look out for that. And then what would you say? Obviously, Cepeda's got to watch out for that damn killer shot that you have. What would you say is something you would really need to work on between now and Cepeda?
Not
I
a
ain't gonna
goddamn
lie.
thing.
I was gonna say nothing. If you go back watch the Cabrera, watch any other fight, Zepeda's been dropped before with the lightest punch. I swear to God, like you can tell when he fights a power puncher and one that knows how to place his shots, he's not gonna be able to take punches like that for 12 rounds. And then if you look, he don't hit hard. You watch his fights, it's not thumps, it's like slaps almost. But it's like he just overwhelms them with slaps to the point where the opponent he just gets tired. And then number three, who did he fight to say Zepeda's is beat? Marcito Hesta, Jojo Diaz. I mean, Giovanni Cabrera. The dude's literally a stand-up
He's
comedian.
still our teammate, man.
Now I get that. He's not my teammate.
Man,
But
don't
Giovanni,
do it.
I'm just speaking facts. Giovanni Cabrera is a stand-up comedian. So at the end of the day, you gotta see who he fought. And yes, he throws a lot of punches, but what comes with throwing a lot of punches, you leave yourself open too much. And I feel like that's where me or anybody else would
Or
exploit.
Tank.
I feel like that's why his coach knows to stay away from Tank though, because
Yeah.
Tank will wait for like a 4-piece combination just to rip him. But good fight. He's still a good fighter, but he just makes a lot of mistakes too.
Well,
And,
shit.
I'm with you. That's why the fans are buzzing about you, Floyd Kiddos and Schofield, because just like your style, the ferociousness, the boxing ability is just contagious of what the public wants to see. 17 and 0, 12 knockouts. You number two ranked, almost there to get a title. We look forward to
Yeah.
seeing you in the ring in late August, man.
Before we close
Just
out, this is for both of y'all. I know y'all ready to go, but for both of y'all, I want to just salute y'all, dog. Because as soon as we posted this is from a parent, from a dad to a dad. I salute y'all, dog. I'm sure you see all the shit talking and just in the chat right now. You know, dad, there. I've heard Kid Austin say many times, "This is my best friend. He's going to be on my interviews. If you don't like it, you don't have to be there." And listen, boxing fans, we sitting here complaining about Ryan Garcia losing his damn mind and going crazy. Now we got here a dad looking out for his son, and y'all complaining about that. I just want to say salute.
No, what
I have a 17-year-old son, dog. And what's that?
chats? I was saying I can't see the chat. Show me the chats. What they saying?
No,
I
I ain't
want
supposed
to
to know.
see the
It's
chat.
just people saying that you talking too much, coach. Have you ever heard anybody tell you talk too
That is
much?
no. That I hear it all the time. God damn it! They said I talked too much since I was a little kid, so that don't mean nothing to me.
No, man. I just want to say from father to father, I appreciate y'all's relationship. I love watching y'all in the public. I love watching y'all interviews. So
I
salute to
got
both of
one
you.
thing for you. I got one thing for you because you gotta remember some of these people are bots. They're not real people that come up for real. That come up with this bullshit. It's a lot of time bots and other bullshit. You like you go to their page, they don't got no posts, no nothing. It's like it's bots, and sometimes haters could send bots, even boxing haters. Suddenly you leave a post, suddenly all these Abdullah shits come, and then you look at all these accounts and they blank accounts. I'm dead ass serious. No shit. Um, but one thing I gotta say is to these people who say, "Don't get off Kid Austin page." Let me educate them. When I was raising my son, about 8 years ago, I started that page to promote him because after we got out the amateurs, nobody was signing. So I had to market and do things via that page that motherfuckers wasn't doing. Me as a dad, I had to learn it. So when you say, is that his page? That's FS Promotions page. He's an artist of his own company that promote other fighters and other things.
And I will say that's just like everybody get. I don't be on social media
Scoot that
like
over a little bit. Scoot that over
like
because I want to hear them tell you this. Yeah.
if I'm on social media, like it's like I'm just on it checking stuff. I mean, I don't really get on it or get into stuff like that. That account is really like just my dad documenting my life. Like I didn't start that Instagram. I did not want an Instagram. I didn't know about Instagram. I didn't even like when he would take pictures of me to post them. I did not. I was not one for the limelight. So I think people get it twisted. Like that's my Instagram page. Like none of that's mine. My dad just he document my life. That's all it is. Because if we wasn't on Instagram, y'all would not see
were
me
not in that
talking.
Oscar.
I would not we were not in the Oscar. I wouldn't be out talking, promoting because I don't like the limelight like that. So my dad is the genius behind all of it. So, you know, I know all these other people, they get in their feelings about it, but without that, y'all wouldn't even know who I am, to be honest.
But
Hey,
Tim,
they can screw themselves, kid out. So I'm gonna go this. And I know you got to go. This one thing you talk. No, go back to coach. Coach, I'm talking to you. Screw them fans because this one thing you told me, right? You said, and you told me this. I think you were here in Frisco. You said people who got stuff to say is the people who didn't grow up with no dads and didn't have a dad in their household, bro.
right.
And them are most of the scumbags who got stuff to say about that.
Exactly, because anybody that grew up with a dad in their life would understand my role. Will understand I'm cleaning the pathway so my son can be successful. Because if my son really took the time to go and deal with all the haters on there
I've
and the
been smacked
negative
Please
my
shit,
don't. Yeah.
if he didn't interact with them, it still would cause his frequency to be fucked up throughout the day, where he can't manifest good because his energies will be low. Because these people come and saying you a loser, you're gonna get knocked out. What about this? So me, I go through all that shit and take all that bullshit out and allow him to only see all the good about him, motivating him. So that's what a dad's supposed to do. And so they can say, "Why do you?" Man, I'm not listening to none of those
I
people.
love it.
Those
Man.
people don't even understand the next
Y'all
step
don't
that's
live with us
coming.
or nothing.
They're not gonna understand the next when we take the kid off Austin off and go to the next part. They are so lost. They don't know what's going on. And any fighter, not any fighter, but if people, some people need his assistance through FS Promotions. He's a consultant. He teaches them how to do it step by step. So if they understood his company structure, they will understand why me as an employee is running his page. I get paid to run his page. That's how.
They ain't got to understand it because they ain't the one getting money and they ain't the one putting in work. When you
Yeah,
talk about great
my dad,
fathers,
weirdos, like I get what y'all saying, but y'all are weird. I
I don't
swear to
get it.
God.
I
At
don't
the
get
end of
it.
the day, like y'all said, that's some fatherless activity. Because why wouldn't you want a dad to be there for their son? Because like I've been told my dad, like me seeing some of these comments or like Keyshawn walking up to me like I would have been smacked him. But my dad raised me right. You know, he taught me how to conduct myself as a man, and you know, not let the negative comments get to me to where it's not like I see a negative comment, I'm laughing. Me and my dad laughing about it. You know, so he
Yeah.
know what he doing, and y'all
That's
can
what's
stay out
up,
our
man.
business too, the haters. But he know what he
No,
doing.
but hey, man. Well, it's been a pleasure to see. Like I said, man, we met you as a kid. You weren't even signed with Golden Boy yet. Then you just get on the scene, make a splash. Now you're sitting here at #2 contender, and there is no doubt in my mind that soon and very soon we will be welcoming world champion Kid Austin, man. So y'all keep grinding, keep making us proud. Shit, all of that, man. Keep working, and we can't wait to have y'all back. We appreciate y'all joining us tonight.
Nah, thank y'all, bro.
Salute.
Appreciate it.
Y'all have a good night. Good luck.
Man, that was the truth, JJ.
Yeah, dog.
Salute to everybody, man, from the 2142 across the pond who tuned in to catch that. That was fire right there, bro.
It was
Man, one thing about Floyd Senior, well, he ain't holding back shit. Now, JJ, look, I don't disadmire fathers who be with their kid. I love to be critical of fathers who be talking in boxing because if they put themselves out there, they put themselves out there. But I'm never gonna be critical of a father because he done he want the best interest for his son. Like, but I do like the back and forth world. You know, you have fathers like Kid Austin. You have fathers like Teofimo Lopez, and they talk trash. That's great for us as the media to dissect and give our opinion on. That don't take away from how they raise their cub up to be great because that is to be appreciated because that take hard work and dedication
and let
and
and
taken away from their life.
let me just touch on it, dog. I'm a parent to teenagers. All I can think about 90% of my day is damn near I want to protect them from from car wrecks, from something serious to a car wreck to getting their feelings hurt, dog. It's just natural. You want to protect your kids. So I get all that, but I want to take it to the fans who bitch about Floyd Senior controlling. Listen, y'all, we sound like some crybabies again, sitting here crying because you don't have access to a professional boxer, crying because he's not the one responding to your tweets. So when I don't like the way you're running things because I don't have access to you. We didn't have access just 15 years ago. Like this wasn't even a conversation. But look what happens when these fighters get the access to the fans, when they give the access to the fans. Again, we see the Ryan Garcia meltdown. The Shakur Stevenson thing, I mean, this could end up working for him because now he's fucking everybody knows who Shakur is, but still, the emotions. Coach made a hell of a point. You don't want your son, your fighter, thinking about other shit when you're in there supposed to be sharpening your tools. So salute to Floyd for cutting off that access. To us, to you guys watching this shit, complaining about that not being his account, because look what happens when they get access. As soon as one of these guys says something you don't like, y'all blow them up. As soon as they fight a way that you don't like, y'all blow them up. So no, he's a 21-year-old kid. Salute for cutting off that access because we as a group have proven that we can't handle the access to these professionals, dog.
Yeah, and there'll be a lot of people, you know, everybody got the right to their own opinion. But my thing is, if you ain't out here putting in the blood, sweat, tears, and work and going to cover these fighters and see what these fighters do and getting a feeling of it, like your opinion means nothing to me.
Mm-hmm. For sure, dog. We see these guys crying. We see these guys. They're humans, dog. And if a dad wants to protect his 21-year-old kid from bullshit for the greater good, where's the wrong in that? He's marketing him. We're sitting here talking about Floyd. Floyd's about to fight on a Mike Tyson card. So what? He's hurting his numbers? No. Just social media, Twitter. When y'all start typing something, just realize what the hell you're saying. You're mad because he's not responding to you. What the fuck? But let's talk real quick, Corey, about the X's and O's of it. Look, they are not shying away from any smoke. The big critic, and he says he hasn't seen it. I've seen it. They're saying that they're shying away from Abdullah Mason ever since Shakur put him there as an obstacle. You know, the casual fan looks at that. They see how Abdullah look. I mean, they're going to say what they want to say. But me and you know that these guys are not afraid of any smoke. And I just needed them to come out here and say it. How do you think the future of Schofield's future looks like, bro?
Bro, I think the future is super bright. It's just about he been the same. He focused. Like being around him. I ain't seen this guy in 4 years, 4, 5, 6 years do nothing different. He's staying within himself. Right? Yeah. Everybody like to have fun, do this and that. But when it comes to boxing, this dude is so dedicated. Him and his father, senior, bro. So I'm with you, JJ. I see world champ. He gonna be a tough guy to beat, JJ.
He is,
He
man.
gonna be a tough. He gonna be tough to beat, JJ. He gonna be tough because when you got the skills he got and you got the power he got, bro, you got a fight on your hand. And if you ain't willing to fight, it's gonna be a long night with that kid.
And he don't give a shit about losing, bro. He don't. That's why he fights the way he does. And that's why when you see boring, when you see people accuse people being boring, those people are protecting their record. Like it or not, that's what they're doing. They don't want to get touched. They don't want to get hit. They don't want to get engaged. They don't want to engage. And Kid Austin don't give a shit if he loses. He doesn't. He has that much faith in his own ability to go and get the job done that he's going to die on his sword. And if he takes an L one day, me and you ain't saying he's going to retire undefeated. You know, I don't say about anybody. Shit. I don't say about
nobody, bro. Ain't nobody gonna retire undefeated, bro. That's what's wrong, bro. It ain't about if you lose a fight, bro, because we already know that's inevitable. Just like death is. Just like death is. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. That ain't what I like boxing for. I like boxing to see if a guy, if he loses, to see what he could do after that, right? And we'll do. It's so many elements to why people love this sport of boxing, and it ain't just winning. Yeah, it's winning, but it's a lot of other things, bro. Just seeing, like I stated the other day, seeing. I ain't see it. You know, I wasn't even born seeing Sugar Ray lose to Roberto Duran, but then seeing Sugar Ray come back and beat Roberto Duran and show he a real champion. Seeing Roberto Duran saying no moss, right? Then go up and beat Ivan Barkley and become champion, JJ, and get that stain off his back that everybody was talking about Roberto Duran. That's the elements of boxing that you love and that you should appreciate, bro.
100%, dog. 100%. And then shit, can we close with this? Well, me and you were talking about Shakur and him yesterday. All right, be careful, man.
All right, JT.
I just made the show a little bit, but dog, like, I mean, do we have time to do, or is this for another episode?
By how long?
I don't know. Let's wrap it up. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna keep talking and talking and talking.
Yeah.
So
Let's do this. Let's make this the next episode, JJ.
Yeah,
like
for
real
sure,
talk.
But for now, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody that's tuned in on Twitter, on the IOTBA page, and on the Spit Bucket Boxing page. We appreciate everybody. There's all our social media. Y'all please follow, y'all like, subscribe, y'all share. We appreciate all the support. And y'all tune in.
And one more thing. Make sure everybody, please turn on that bell notification so when the Spit Bucket podcast go live, y'all can be live and direct to watch us do our thing, because we got great interviews coming up. We might have to reschedule with a couple of people, but we got great interviews coming up in the future, and we just want y'all to rock it out with us and see how we come.
Yeah, just right off the bat, we have that confirmed. We don't have a date yet, but we got Clarissa Shields, Carmel Moten, and Bernard Hopkins this month. So that's all interesting stuff, man. So we ask, please hit that subscribe and please hit that notification bell on Twitter too. We don't just blow up with stupid, silly ass back and forth argument, at least not on the Twitter page and IG. So appreciate everybody. Y'all take it easy. Y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all soon.
This is JJ Solomon.
This Corey Bradshaw, Mr. RTBA. Mr. Lee Boys can't touch me on my worst day. And this is the Spit Bucket Podcast.